Oil, that is. Texas Gold. Something tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a million. You're rolling, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little weird.
It's not weird. I mean, it's the theme song from the Beverly Hillbillies. It's totally normal that I would be singing that. That's what happens when you feel good. I'm not manic. Don't ever think that I'm manic. I just like to get energetic and exuberant sometimes. And I talk really fast, but I'm not manic. So I was singing that because I was searching for a little clip which would be useful for me telling this story, and the Beverly Hillbillies theme came up. So I want to tell you a little story, but it's important before we discuss this story to say the following.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
That's from a show years ago called Dragnet. So I'm going to tell the story, and the names, in fact, have been changed to protect the innocent. Just one name. So I'm... Whoa! Whoa! I'm going to tell you a story about an individual. We'll call him Jim Smith. This Jim Smith lives in a small town in northern Saskatchewan. Jim Smith is married and he has 3 kids, all fictional, of course. But the point of my story is that he is the hope that I feel like I need to share with you, because his story is so typical. It's so difficult. It's so sad, but it's so happy in the end. And you need to know it, because right now I know that there's a lot of you that are thinking, I've tried all of these things. I have this horrible depression that's haunting me. And still, no matter what I do, I don't feel better. And I want to give up because I don't have the strength to do it. So let me tell you about Jim Smith in northern Saskatchewan. Jim Smith tried all kinds of drugs. He tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different antidepressants in different combinations. Nothing worked. All he felt were the side effects. All he felt was the disappointment that comes from a medication when you get your hopes up that it's not going to work. And then he tried a drug called Remeron. And Remeron is kind of one of those drugs that's an atypical antidepressant. It's not in the same class as any other drug. It's not like in the Prozac class. It's not in the tricyclic class. It's not on the, I'm just showing off right now. It's not on the MAO inhibitor class. It is all by itself. So he tries Remeron. And you know what? He has totally found his depression alleviated. He's totally able to walk around and enjoy his life. Think about that. After trying all of these things, I mean, he spent time in hospital, this Jim Smith in northern Saskatchewan. He spent time in hospital, extended periods of time. He tried all kinds of things. He wanted to give up, but he did not. He kept fighting, and he won because he chose to fight. And it was the one drug that worked for him that may not work for you, may not work for me, but it worked for him. And here's the lesson. Jim Smith, northern Saskatchewan, this guy with a wife and 2 kids, he is your hope. Because if you've been where he is, you need to keep trying. And you can point to him and say, well, it worked for him. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. You know why, Case?
Why?
Well, Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. They said California is the place you ought to be, so they loaded up the truck and moved to
Beverly
Hills, that is.
It, but
Yeah.